Live from Old Town. This is your boy MC Liki bringing you to this edition of Politics and Leadership, and today we considering the effect of terrorism in the African continent. This has been a hydra-headed monster that has plagued the continent and has ensured that the continent has not been on an upward development trajectory. All right, when you look at and consider critically the trajectory of African development in the past 5 decades, you would understandably see that terrorism has increased in spades, and it has been a major drawback to the socio-economic development of the continent. All right, from the names like Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, Hezbollah, Boko Haram, War Jihad, and the rest of them. All right, that has been a thorn, in and a cog in the wheel of progress of these African countries. You would definitely find out that something urgently needs to be done so that Africa could take its pride of place among the Committee of Nations. All right, yes, so today we're going to be looking at the causes of this social unrest, all right, and how to effectively mitigate it and nip it totally in the bud to ensure that we continue to march forward in our quest for development and total emancipation. All right, first, it has been said that the curse of terrorism in Africa is largely illiteracy, and most times poverty has also been attributed as the curse of terrorism in Africa. Then some people said it is the high level of marginalization and repression, of some minor ethnic groups by the major ones that has, led to this entrenchment or intractability of terrorist activities in the continent. Today, we are not in any way concerned or in any way trying to, build our program around the curse, of terrorism in Africa. What we are after is to find a lasting solution. All right, the wanton killings and maimings and destruction of property and the totality of our ecosystem has become increasingly disturbing. And today, we are looking at the effects, all right? First, this ugly trend has led to an astronomical increase in the number of refugees and displaced people, all over the continent, from Nigeria to Somalia, to Kenya, to Central African Republic, to Uganda, to Congo, virtually most of the African continent, they are grappling with the, adverse and negative effect of terrorism. All right, yes, so another issue that is critical, all right, critical about this nature of terrorism in Africa has to do with this unrest. All right, you cannot even have a place of your own that you can say and be proud of, that this is my home where I can perpetually go back every day and have rest of mind, be creative with what I do, and then have a blissful life as nature ordained it. All right, so you see, terrorism, it's an ill wind, all right, that makes the society uncomfortable, all right, inhabitable for everyone to stay. All right, now you look at the agricultural sector. Now that we have a great decline and dwindle in the level of mineral exploration and exploitation, all right? With the advent of electric cars, the demand for petrol is going down, drastically. All right. Yes, these alternative power, generating apparatuses, okay, has led to a very increasing demand for alternative ways of energy use. All right. Okay. So it behooves most of these African countries to put their hands together to leverage the alternative that agriculture avails them. All right, so that there will be less dependence on petrodollar or all these solid minerals that are drastically and fast, depleting and decreasing. All right, so another issue that has, been badly affected by terrorism is our tourism potential. The pristine African society is replete with so many interesting natural heritages where people from all over the world come from time to time to have, this period of holiday. All right, where they, interact, with nature, and then you feel very safe and reunite with the natural essence. Okay, yeah, but this has gone down, tremendously, and there is a need, for the cause of this social unrest that is affecting our tourist sector to be addressed. All right, so the list goes on and on and on, from its negative impact on the employment sector, to security sector, to foreign direct investment and in infrastructural development. It is endless. Terrorism affects virtually every aspect of humanity. So we are asking, what are we supposed to do? What are we going to do to make sure that our continent does not totally become non-existent, okay, wiped out, by activities of terrorism? All right. So the first thing we have identified is that it begins with the individuals. All right. Yes, because you find out that most times the agents that terrorist groups use are people, okay, gullible people who can be easily bought over, like what you have in Nigeria, where people from less developed part of the country is lured, given some money, and then used as suicide, bombers. All right, and they go out and destroy the society, killing people and themselves in the process. All right, so there is need for the individuals to begin to make proper use and adequate use of their reasoning and faculty. All right, to begin to say no to certain things that are against the law of nature. All right, yes. And then secondly, we are looking at the activities and the usefulness of the legislative arm of government in most African countries. All right, yes, because most African countries today practice democracy, and that the legislators are the people that are saddled with lawmaking. All right, and it is the laws that they make that everybody abide by. So can we have a situation where lawmakers in Africa can, make laws that will act as deterrent? All right, for people who are aspiring to be terrorists in the continent? That's possible. All right, and then there's something they call constituency development allowance and budget. Okay, can we have lawmakers in Africa who would utilized its funds to for the development of their locales, okay, yes, their constituencies, to ensure that people, all right, from their constituencies, benefit from government, all right, yes, because humongous funds are yearly distributed for this purpose, and we could barely account for these monies, all right. So if they are properly used, people, all right, will be encouraged to eschew all forms of vices, all right. Now the media, both the conventional media and the social media, has a role to play, all right, yes, in resensitizing the people and reconscientizing the people, okay, yes, what you put out there should be something that encourage people to do the right thing, okay. So civil society organizations, the NGOs, are not left out, okay. The clerics also have tremendous work to do in this regard, all right, because people must see them every week, and largely they wield significant influence on this group of people that call on them every day for spiritual, reawakening and rejuvenation. Okay, so having said all this, we as a people must unite together to ensure that our continent is not totally wiped out or go extinct. It is a task for all of us. It is what we must do together, and if we don't, the consequences will be very, very catastrophic. Until I come your way again, this is your boy MC Leaky, urging you to stay tuned to Ismus Television. Bye for now.